the NFL on EA Sports, and we are in the Steel City at Pittsburgh's Acrisure Stadium.
Tonight, we've got a good AFC matchup on tap between the Las Vegas Raiders and the Pittsburgh Steelers.
The kicker, Chris Boswell, has it ready to go, and we are underway from Pittsburgh. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
What now?
On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And that to the 30. It'll be second down. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Once again, it's Jacobs. And some room to run now. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
2nd down and 4. To throw his car. A dump off here to Bolden. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. So after several rushes to start the game, Charles, they go to the air there and get a nice completion.
Nice mix-up on the play calling, right? Establish the running game, make the defense think you're going to do it again, and then hit them over the top. Now you've got them betwixt and between. They don't know which way you're going to.
And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Josh Jacobs, 35 yards. And the Raiders will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. So they start this game just like they won. Opening drive touchdown, a nice run there to finish it off.
Yeah, that's what we call an explosive run because of the distance. And being able to do that, that puts a little uncertainty in the minds of your opponent.
And he clanks it off the right upright. And it's no good. Back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Here's Steven Sims on the return from his end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. Pickett leads the Steelers up here with a fresh set of downs. At their own 15. They'll start the drive with Harris. And able to use his stiff arm for a little bit of leverage before he's taken down. A pretty good gain. On 2nd down and 4. Pickett. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. 18 yards the gain for number 18. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Pickett to throw on 1st down. He'll get this to his tight end. That's Pat Freiermuth. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. Well, first drive here and the first time that we've called the big tight end's name, but I can assure you this, Charles, it won't be the last.
No, it won't, because when he gets going, now it opens up opportunities on the perimeter because that'll draw the defense towards him in the middle of the field. Now your wide receivers will get involved as this game goes on.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say. Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down. They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10.
Now Pickett.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And we're going to see this offense try and spread the field a little bit and utilize the outside third of the field, especially against man coverage. But that time, the defense was up to the task, forcing the incompletion.
They'll send the tight end in motion left.
Here we go. It's Pickett on 4th down. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Duron Harmon.
And the Raiders are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield.
The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And his throw here is incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
7:34. Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. That's caught by his tight end, Foster Moreau.
And he is going to have the Raiders 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And this carry not as productive. He swallowed up at the line of scrimmage.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the 1st here.
Carr looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller.
And he is going to have the Raiders 1st down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2.
What now?
Slant to Adams.
Touchdown Raiders. Davante Adams. 26 yards. As his guys are able to extend their lead.
Had the option to hand that one off or run it himself, but instead a really easy quick pass.
I like the way they made a decisive decision and got it right to the receiver. One move later, he's in the end zone.
This time, the extra point up and good. And the lead now stands at 13. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
Here's Sims now from his end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown. So decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
To throw on 2nd and 6.
Pickett. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
And he's only hit on 2 of his first 6 passes. Time for a quick quarterback regroup here with a big 3rd down coming up.
Throwing on 3rd down. Here's Pickett. And that will be incomplete.
Well, they've moved the ball okay here in these first 2 drives, but this one's going to, again, amount to nothing. They've got to start dialing up some plays that allow them to finish drives with points.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Going for it on 4th down. Here's Pickett. Pass complete. George Pickens with it. And he is going to have the Steelers' 1st down as this defense, boy, a little too loose there. They give up a gain of 19 on 4th down. Slot man moves right. Now a 1st down carry for Harris. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. Still a few inches short of a 1st down as they come up now on 2nd down. They run again with Harris. No dice this go around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. Pickett, he'll look to throw it. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
The fullback wide. And he will have the 1st down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. So the 4th down conversion has him inside the 40 now, 1st and 10. Setting up the screen, Harris. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Pickett. Got an open man. It's Pickens. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 25-yard line. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Let's go.
To the air on 1st down with Pickett. And he's got his target, Harris. And in for the Steelers touchdown. Najee Harris, 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Steelers are back within a score. Now Mike Tomlin says, let's go ahead and go for 2. Pickett will try to throw for this. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Deron Harmon.
It's interesting that when it comes to 2-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
They weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. A fairly short kick from the 14. And he'll get to the 30-yard line before going out of bounds. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent offer a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
And this is going to be a Raiders 1st down as the tackle made at about the 43-yard line.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and turn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Shotgun now for Carr. Oh, the slant connects with Davante Adams. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. They'll run right here with Jacobs. And he'll work down inside the 45. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now a give to Jacobs running right. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. First down Raiders, Carr to Waller.
Well, with his size, you've really got to wrap up because arm tackles, they're not going to cut it. And that time, he used his full-grown man strength to fight off his defender and pick up the first down.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr. He hits Adams complete. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Davante Adams as the first half is winding down. And the Raiders would extend their lead here just before halftime. Carr will look to throw. And this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Here's Sims now from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And with only 9 seconds remaining, well, not much time, we'll see how they play this. First and 10, here's Pickett.
Here's Johnson with a reception. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. They'll send a receiver here in motion right.
Final play of the first half. Here's Pickett.
He's going to rifle one deep left side. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Steelers going to get the football first here, trailing on the scoreboard as we are back underway on EA Sports.
Here's Sims now from his end zone.
And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try to put points on the board.
And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line.
A gain of 12 yards. That's good for a Steelers first down. First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Pickett now on first down. Open man, that's the tight end Freiermuth.
So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it's second down. They'll send the tight end in motion.
To throw again on second down. Pickett. He's got a man. Complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 40. He got 29 yards that time. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory, right at the 40. Johnson, the man in motion right. On 1st and 10, it's Pickett. That's complete to his tight end, Freiermuth. And he's going to get this down near the 25. And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. Pickett right back to the air again. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Just what they need, a lecture from me, but subpar offense is what helped get them into this spot. And now they're continuing the trend with incompletions. That won't get them out of it if they don't change something soon.
A 2nd and 10 forthcoming here. 3rd quarter action in the Steel City of Pittsburgh, PA. They'll send a receiver in motion left. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Pickett. Open man is Johnson. Touchdown Steelers. Deontay Johnson. 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Steelers are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the 2nd half. They'll try and throw for it. It's caught at the 1.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us. Because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation. This time, unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
And you could say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
17 yards is the pickup there for number 17.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
2nd down, Jacobs once more. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he will have the first down as he gets this to the 47. 105 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41. The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Jacobs going to try the middle. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. Here's a handoff to Jacobs. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. On 2nd down, Jacobs. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. On the handoff, this is Jacobs. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Josh Jacobs with his second touchdown of the night. And the Raiders have extended their lead to 15 now here in the fourth. They'll look to throw. And he will get into the end zone to bump the lead up to 3 scores. And around the goal line, especially on two-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
From the 10. And he returns this to the 22.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. As this offense comes back out here, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game. And they've been on the sideline for a while. They did score their last time out, but they just had to watch that long, sustained drive. So we'll see if they can shake the rust off.
Yeah, and that's always a question that you have when you have to come off the bench after having sat there for a long time. Are you ready to go? Are you loosened up? But even more so, are you mentally alert and ready to put your best product out there?
He's going to rifle one deep left side. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
On 2nd and 10. Pickett flushed out right. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 48-yard line. Pickett to throw on 1st down. That's caught by Sims. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. 23 yards on the play. Looking to throw, Pickett. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Pickett throwing again on 2nd down. Throw left side complete. That's Johnson. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. Harris running straight ahead. He gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. Here's Pickett. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Kenny Pickett finding Pat Fryermuth. And the Steelers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Pickett back to throw. And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is taken just shy of the 10. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. This game was really a tussle, seemed like just a moment ago, and now they've got the momentum. A couple of scores on their last pair of drives, and a 2-score lead. I think here now you go conservative, right? Run the football, work the clock.
You know, I usually agree with you, but I'm going after them right here. I want to put this bad boy away. I wouldn't be afraid to throw it. They've got all the confidence, all the momentum on their side. Go ahead and take your dagger shots and try and finish this one off.
I disagree vehemently. I say run the football, you've got the lead.
Well, let's watch it and find out who's right.
And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples, but I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
And only a couple for him there as the tackle is made at the 42.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Now, this is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop them here. On third down, here comes Jacobs. And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. Running is Jacobs. Down to about the 45. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. Back to throw. Carr. On the move to his left. Oh, trying to get that to Adams, but that's intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And the Steelers are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line.
Parker, I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
You get into these 2-minute drill situations, and you've often got tired legs on the offensive line. But these defenders, they've been rotating in and out, and they're a little bit fresher and quicker. And the pressure there forced the incompletion.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
Here's Pickett. And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball and could not hang on. Second down coming up. Looking to throw here. Pickett. And this one incomplete. Oh, he couldn't hang on to it in the end zone, and that's one that'll haunt you. And now it brings up third down. Now Pickett.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
And the tight end goes in motion left.
Pickett, fourth down, desperation time.
And this is caught, but they say out of bounds. That would have been a first down, but he couldn't stay in, and as a result, they're going to have to give up the football. Now the defense going to... to their timeouts as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game.
1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look.
Carr to throw. Got a man. It's Darren Waller. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field. Carr going to throw here. Looking deep for Adams. And that is incomplete.
There is something to a game plan. We're trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
Looking deep for Adams. And this will be caught. Well, forget taking the knee. Some late gamesmanship here as they throw for a late touchdown.
So it's a win here for the Raiders, and it was Derek Carr, Charles, who was really the star of the show.
Yeah, he had a great night throwing the football. Wound up with 3 touchdown passes for the game, and his leadership, it really showed through in this one.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to legendary Lambeau Field in Green Bay. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Green Bay Packers. set to go now on a wet and rainy night. And off we go from Lambeau. Keyshawn Nixon now from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Gotta like that start. 14 yards to get him going.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at him and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all. Challenging that defense, and on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. He pushes through a would-be tackler to get about 3 yards, second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Cobb goes in motion left. Rodgers now on first down. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Khalil Mack. And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football. I'm not sure that you can say that the rain caused that interception, but look, it's clear that throwing the football is going to be tough in these conditions.
No doubt about it, and different quarterbacks handle it different ways. Some guys think the rain isn't a big deal, but wind affects them a little bit more. But you have to look.
And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler, 47 yards. And the Chargers have taken the early lead on the road here at Lambeau. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. Nixon now from his end zone. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. They threw an interception the first time they had the football. Wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at the 45. 13 yards, first down, Packers. Here's Rodgers to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Michael Davis. And the Chargers are going to take over at their own 28-yard line.
Well, they're certainly not giving much help to their defense, are they? Because for the second time now, that D has had to run back out on the field early after an interception. And remember, on the last drive, the opposing side took it in for 6 after that interception.
And some room to work. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. And a pair of rushing touchdowns now for him in the first quarter.
And I'm liking what I'm seeing from his big guys up front because they're winning the leverage game. How many times we talk about low man wins, right? Move the defensive front aside, create those gaps and holes. He's found his way through them for 2 touchdowns.
And after both of those touchdowns, he went right up to that O-line and hit each of them on the helmet. He recognized it.
That's a smart man. You know what else he should do? If this continues, take them all to dinner.
The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. Taken in at the 3. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with it. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37.
A gain of 4 yards. First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
On first and 10, here's Rodgers. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr. And the Chargers are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. Chargers in good field position to start out. First and 10 at their own 37. They started on the ground with Eckler. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 140 yards rushing for him now as he has gotten the night off to a hot start. Running on first down, Eckler. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. I also like what the runner is giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler, and he'll get nothing there. Stopped right at the line as that will wind us down to the end of this first quarter play. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. They snap it to Herbert. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted, Adrian Amos with a pick. The 40, the 20, and into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown. Well, I mean, it hadn't been a picture-perfect first half for this defense to this point, but that's a big play to get them right back in the ballgame.
And I think that changes their mind frame. Now they're saying to themselves, hey, we're still in this. And even though our offense hasn't done anything, we've had our troubles.
And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Nasir Adderley.
I know they didn't tack on the 2 points, but I liked their attempt. After the interception return for a touchdown, I was thinking to myself, forget kicking it, go for 2, and they did.
Yeah, and everybody's scrambling. Maybe you catch the defense on their heels. They weren't ready to be out there.
Yeah, it's almost like a sudden change, right? There's a turnover, you take it away, they stuck it in the end zone, keep the momentum going. Give credit to the defensive guys for rallying and stopping that 2-point attempt.
The Charger drive about to get going. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
Once more, here's Eckler. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there that guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. Here we go on fourth. Herbert. And Allen's got it. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
And that's a big pickup of a first down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on fourth down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Big Kenny Clark that time pushing upfield to make the tackle for loss.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. They'll try the right side with Eckler. And he is not going to go anywhere. They're going to get to him behind the line, and that is going to get us to the 2-minute warning. It's a loss of 4 and 3rd down. Justin Herbert looking to pass. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinating. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
And his kick is indeed good, and that will extend their lead here to 17-6. Well, maybe a little bit of an anxious moment there as that ball got closer and closer, but it does curl in.
Yeah, actually did a little bit of a slow dance there with the left upright, didn't it? But had just enough space, as you said, for it to curl in.
Nixon now from his end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness. Maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
Down the left sideline. Touchdown, Packers. Allen Lazard, 75 yards. And the Packers are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. His speed limit's out there, and off he went. That was the one trying to chase him.
Now, after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. From his end zone, here comes Carter. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. The Charger drive about to get going. And not an abundance of time remains on the clock, Charles, but you would think more than enough to try to extend this lead before intermission.
And when you're talking about extending the lead, I think you're talking about aiming for the end zone because there is plenty of time for that. The fallback is to get 3. But in your mind, you put 6 on the board right before the half. That's a heck of a dagger and great momentum to carry into the locker room.
The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Devondre Campbell, the linebacker, picks it. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football.
Certainly feels like the classic second guess, but let's be honest about it. They had a chance going to halftime with the lead. Why did they take a chance with the throw there? I don't understand. understand that.
Well, that's what I'm wondering. And now this defense has to try to protect that lead going into the locker room. So after the INT, it's Rodgers. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception.
And the Chargers are going to take over at their own 14-yard line.
I would guess that combined, if you spoke to both defenses, neither side has a lot to celebrate today. They haven't had a lot of stops, but that one right there, that's a big one because they stole points away from that play. Just as importantly, picked up a key stop on an offense that's been really impressive here in the early going.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
In my humble estimation, terrific work there defensively. Running back's trying to get wide, get to the sideline, and they beat him to the spot, forced him out of bounds, pretty close to the line of scrimmage.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part and got them the football, but you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
A good down to possibly take a shot, and in fact, they'll come up with an empty backfield on 2nd and inches. Now Rodgers. Lets it fly deep for Cobb. And my goodness, another interception. Derwin James with a pick. And he will be out of bounds with no time remaining on what will be the final action of this first half. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. And how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the 2nd half. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the 2nd half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators, they sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? Now, I guarantee he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach, we can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
Packer pressure, and down he goes. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop it. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. He's going to look for Allen now on the deep ball. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a 2nd half turn. So
indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. On the counter, here's Jones. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. They'll try and run for it with Jones. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. On first down, Rodgers. And that one's going to be off
target and incomplete.
Really good coverage all over the field. It took away his intended read and almost dared him to try for his guy out of the backfield. No surprise on that one. It doesn't connect.
A good action to this point in the third quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10. Cobb in motion right. To throw on 2nd and 10. Rodgers. Man open, here is Jones. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. A gain of 28 yards there and give them a first down. They go back to the ground with Jones. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Rodgers going to throw. He'll complete this one to Watson. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Now it's Rodgers. And now here's another interception. And the Chargers are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7. So that now 2 consecutive drives that have ended in interceptions. You wonder if he's trying to do a little too much out there.
Oh, I like where you're going with that. That maybe he's pressing it a little bit, trying to be too fine with his throws, or maybe overestimating his arm. It could be a combination of all those things. In any event, he's got to get it figured out in a hurry.
Eckler going to get it again on 2nd down.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. Finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Eckler now between the tackles. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Justin Herbert looking to throw on 2nd down. In trouble, and the ball's out. It's in the end zone loose. And it looks like the offense did get the football back, but it is clearly in that end zone, and it's going to be a safety. Well, I'm not totally privy to what went on with their offensive meetings, but, Charles, something tells me that one wasn't in the plan.
Yeah, when we had our production meeting, they didn't exactly share that with us, but I'm pretty sure that on the play sheet, the run backwards into your own end zone play was not written down.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones.
And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. 59 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Rodgers now to throw. And that'll be incomplete.
We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. Fourth down now, but he's fortunate on that one not to have another turnover on his ledger.
The kick by Crosby is good. So 3, all told, after the safety, it's a 5-point swing. That could have turned out much worse.
Well, you don't want to say no harm, no foul, but I do believe you're right. A 9-point swing hurts. 5 points, much more manageable, especially in a tight game like this.
From his end zone, here comes Carter. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Charger drive about to get going. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this fourth quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ballgame. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, L.A. Go ahead and give him the hat trick. He's been in the end zone now 3 times.
You toss your fedora first, okay? You go ahead and do that. But let's be honest about it. That third one, that's the most spectacular run he's had in the ballgame. It's almost as if he's been playing his own game of, can I top this? And each run has been more spectacular than the last.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the fourth quarter. From the 30 on second down, Rodgers, he'll find Jones again, complete. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Up the middle, Jones. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. To throw is Rodgers. He finds Randall Cobb with a completion. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 28. 27 yards there, a first down. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Throwing on first down is Rodgers. And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. Picked off by Michael Davis. And the Chargers have just about sewn up this football game. The Charger drive about to get going. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see him take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
It's Eckler again. And a short gain here across the 10 to the 12. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late fourth quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on third?
I don't. I run the football and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I'll let my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter.
But he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler, 88 yards. And the Chargers use the big play to extend their fourth quarter lead.
point after, right down the middle. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Taking it about the 1. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Rodgers. He'll get this to Lazard.
And they're going to move it down to inside the 25.
Whether it's a touchdown or a field goal, whatever it is, they need to score quickly here on 1st down. And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
And the Chargers are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line.
With that interception, he just set a record that nobody ever wants to set, and that's the most picks ever in an NFL game. 8.
The last time we saw 7, 2001, right?
Yeah.
It's Ty Detmer. He's with the Lions at that time. To get to 8, are we sure he knows what color jerseys his team's wearing?
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Rasul Douglas picks up.
And the Packers are going to take over at their own 41.
Well, obviously backed up. Open a space from the goal line, snapping it from the 3, but still trying to throw it. And
yeah, exactly. If this were hindsight as 2020 comes into play, right? Seems like a good idea to throw the ball there. Maybe you'll surprise him and catch him off guard. Instead, you've created a turnover, put your defense in a bad spot.
4 receivers in the formation here. 3 to the left, 1 to the right. 2nd and 3. Throwing now is Rodgers. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. The center receiver in motion to the right. Rodgers going to try and throw on 3rd down. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And now off to the races down the right side. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD.
Well, partner, this defense now with multiple interceptions in this game, but this time they say turnabout is fair play because, remember, they had a pick 6 on the other side, and now they get a pick 6 of their own.
Yeah, they actually added to some of their nice play throughout this ball game, and good effort by them to secure another interception on this one. A better effort to take it all the way back for 6. And how about an exceptional effort to match their opposition's pick 6 from earlier in this game.
The NFL on EA Sports is in the great state of Tennessee at Nissan Stadium here in Nashville. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Tennessee Titans. Bullock has us all set, and we are underway from Nashville, Tennessee. And they will not get a chance to return this one. Zone for a touchback. And now Burrow not enamored with the formation. Instead, he'll signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he'll hope that this is not a sign of what's in store as he has to fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. Back to Mixon on second down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Little trouble thus far in the opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. Burrow going to fake to Mixon and now look to throw. Flush to his right. Trying to get it to Chase, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Terrence Mitchell. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So a big defensive play there on the opening drive, no less, as they make the interception and bring it back for the score.
And I think that's a signal for how this defense wants to play. They want to be disruptive, and you know they're going to take some chances.
Well, sometimes it can burn you, but right there, it paid off. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And a mistake, a surprising mistake there in the kicking game as he sends that one out of bounds. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 40. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And some room to maneuver. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. Back to Mixon on 1st down. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
Next, the receivers help spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
And he gets it down to the 32. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Inside handoff to Mixon. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize guys. You want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Back to Mixon on second down.
And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Again, it's Mixon. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. And now they will throw it with Burrow. Escaping the pressure right to the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. Now it's Mixon running right. And he won't quite make it. He needed 6. He got about 5. 4th down. 4th down. Here's Joe Burrow.
That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by Dylan Cole. And the Titans are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. I appreciate the aggressiveness trying to go for it there on 4th down, but you're in the red zone, had 3 points in your back pocket. Instead, Charles, they throw it away.
Certainly a big call to go for it on 4th down. As you said, in the red zone, definitely going to cost them 3 points, and we'll see how that affects the game as time goes on.
They keep it with Henry on 1st down.
Takes it to about the 37.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. To throw is Dobbs. He dumps it off for Henry. Oh, he's got some breathing room. Touchdown, Titans. Early on, they have all facets of the game working in tandem.
Yeah, you give the defensive touchdown early, give you the first score, and then your offense piggybacks on top of that and gets their own. And any coach we've ever talked to, we've had that conversation prior to the game, they will say, if we can score on defense or special teams, that gives us like a 95% chance of winning the game. I don't know if that number's correct, but it certainly does tend to play out that way, doesn't it?
It does. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bengals drive about to get going.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
And he's got a Bengals 1st down as he'll take this up to the 38-yard line.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
On 2.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10.
They'll stay on the ground. Mixon again.
They'll take it past the 40 to the 41, 2nd down.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. And they go play action now. Burrow. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down.
So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw.
Steps away.
And now Burrow going to be intercepted yet again. Picked by Kevin Byard. And the Titans are going to take NFL is on EA Sports, and we are in Silicon Valley at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara.
Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the Dallas Cowboys and the San Francisco 49ers. It's the team of the 80s versus the team of the 90s. The Niners, the Cowboys, they're underway.
Fields it right around the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
They start on the ground with McCaffrey.
And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, second down.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. Third play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5. In motion left goes Jennings.
Purdy now to throw. Open man is Juwan Jennings. And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he stopped immediately there.
2nd and 10. Shotgun now with Purdy.
Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field that's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch it. Doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
Third down, here's McCaffrey.
And he will get this to the midfield stripe, but that's not going to be enough. He's a few yards short.
They'll get 6 there on the run, but it brings up 4th down.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front. They moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
Purdy on 4th down.
The first catch of the game for George Kittle.
And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. Purdy to throw it on first down. The same target, same result. It's Kittle.
And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. They go right back to him for 20 and a first.
On first down, Purdy.
And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey.
And they're going to be set up now with a ball at the 13-yard line.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco.
Juwan Jennings
from 13 yards out.
And the 49ers put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead.
And it's intercepted at the goal line.
Well, as most teams do in their two-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted. And remember, if you pick it off, you get a chance to take it all the way back, get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case there, but that's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside. So an onside kick fail in the first quarter. Not sure I completely see the logic there.
It's not apparent, is it? You almost have to go deeper, I think, and maybe if we try and work along with them and speculate a little bit here, they must feel like they need to steal possessions in this game. And maybe they don't match up possession for possession with the opposite team. They've got to steal it and try and gain an advantage. And they tried. They just didn't get it done.
From the 45 on second down. Prescott caught left side by Hilton. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. 13 yards and a first down, Cowboys.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
That's going to be caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Dalton Schultz, 32 yards. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from taking the lead. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And they take the lead here at 7-6. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And good coverage there on special teams as he'll... We are about 10 miles or so southwest of downtown Los Angeles at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Miami Dolphins and the Los Angeles Chargers. Two men ready to do battle. It's time to dance. And we are underway in Southern California. This is taken just shy of the 10. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 3rd and 3.
At their own 33-yard line.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll run here with Raheem Mostert. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4, second down. From the 37, they work on 2nd and 6. Again, they'll run it with Mostert. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. Open man is Hill. He's got it. And I don't think he got there. No. He's short by maybe a foot. Maybe. Call it 4th and inches. They'll try it now with Mostert. And he's got the first down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. A run with Mostert up the middle. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Tua. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. So now after the sack, Tua and the Dolphins staring at a 3rd and long. They'll bring a tight end in motion left.
3rd and long. They'll look to throw. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers' 33. They fake the handoff. Now Tua. Now he's going to throw deep right side.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr. And the Chargers are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover.
They may have thrown the interception, obviously less than ideal, but I think they also sent a message that they're going to push the ball downfield in this one.
Yeah, not afraid to take their shots right away, huh? What was that, like a 9-9-9 route? 9 meaning go? Just went ahead and went for it. Didn't work out so well because it certainly appeared the defense was prepared. But I'm with you. Okay, so it didn't work this time. Doesn't mean we won't try it again later. As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Here's Herbert. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
It's a gain of 14 yards. And the Chargers, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
On 1st and 10, Herbert. This is caught at the 20.
And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
Well, partner, that's how you make a long drive suddenly not so long anymore. One big play, and they're already in field goal range with designs on getting more than that.
Rolling to his, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Multiple players combined for their team's 1st sack of the game.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down.
Herbert will give this one to Eckler.
And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20.
No score after 1 on EA Sports.
Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. Back to throw here, Herbert. Buying time to his left. And this is going to be intercepted.
Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Dolphins are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning to points for the other side.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And they will take over at the 26-yard line.
Well, their defense got him the football with an interception. They trot out their Charles at the very first play. They give the football right back.
Brand, I almost expect you coming like an auctioneer. We've got 2, we got 2. Do I hear 3? Remember, it was 2 in a row. Would we hit 3 in a row? Because these offenses, they got to be a little bit more careful as they go forward. These defenders, they're locked in and really focused.
And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Eric Rowe.
And the Dolphins will take over here at their own 14-yard line.
That's a beautiful read there by the safety. It's zone coverage, so he's just going to sit back and watch. He knows he can't get beat deep because he has the end line to protect it. So he can react to everything in front of him, and he makes a great break on the football and comes down with the interception.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left.
2nd down, here's Mostert again.
And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Puts it on the carpet, it's out. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
These defenses have become so opportunistic, and no matter what you're playing, in this case, wide receiver, you got to be careful.
You certainly do, because there is a phrase in today's football that we use all the time: completing the process of the catch. Well, it's after you do that where the trouble begins, right? Meaning you've tucked it away, you're trying to get downfield, but someone's always coming up trying to rake at the ball.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Jalen Phillips, the former first-rounder, getting in there for the sack.
He only gave them an instant to react. It was a classic case of if you blink, you missed it. Off of the line and to the quarterback in just a couple of seconds. Running back only had a moment to react and attempt to throw a block.
5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves them with third and about 6 yards to go. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Going to throw on third down with Herbert. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
And the Chargers first down. First and 10 at the 12-yard line.
Herbert. Over the middle, and it's caught. Keenan Allen. Touchdown! Keenan Allen with a touchdown reception from Justin Herbert. And the Chargers post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this second quarter. They're going to try and run. And he will get in to make it 8-0. And so they run it in on a two-point try. Also, oftentimes we talk about, from the offense's perspective, what you do on a two-point conversion. How about the defense? How do they play run versus pass?
It's really difficult for them because I think most teams want to play for the pass. That's what they see most teams do. And so are you able to mass enough people inside if the team decides to run it? Very difficult. I think what you're seeing a lot more now, people blitzing the two-point conversion. They want you to make a quick decision and make it right now.
There, the offense wins the battle for two. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
But this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. 8-0 our score with 2 minutes left in the second quarter. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Tua going to throw. And going deep for Hill. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. It's a slant to Hill. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 24-yard line. Again, they will throw it with Tagovailoa. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Off of play action, Tagovailoa rolling, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. So first down went the wrong direction. They're at the 13-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Tyreek Hill on the touchdown pass from Tua. And the Dolphins get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Tua going to try and throw for it. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Jackson.
the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Fielded just outside the goal line.
The Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 10-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And with a 2-point lead in hand, they may not do anything too aggressive here. Herbert off of play action. Dancing to his left. Going deep here for Allen. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket, only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Herbert now. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. In motion comes the tight end left. Here we go on 4th. Herbert. And Allen's got it. And he is going to have the Chargers first down on what will be a big play there on 4th and long. So first and 10 now from the 30.
First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
In motion, the tight end. On first down, Justin Herbert. He's got his man. That's Everett, the tight end. Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Chargers. Austin Eckler in the final seconds of the first half. And the Chargers will extend their lead here just before halftime.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. The extra point splits the uprights, and that makes this a 9-point game.
Dolphins 6.
So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. A final shot before half. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that's caught inside the 30. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break.
Dolphins 6.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. And how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the third quarter. And this will not work out. The Chargers able to recover. I know they're down, but starting the third quarter there with the onside kick, what'd you think?
Well, I think that they're looking at it as we may not have as many possessions in this